Hey guys, my name is Lauren Boyka. I'm a licensed acupuncturist here in Northeast Ohio, and I wanted to hop on YouTube here and make a quick video about my dog and her pretty recent diagnosis. So first, of course, I have to preface this with I'm not a veterinarian. I am not your dog's veterinarian or oncologist. And I'm just telling you what I'm doing for my dog. And if you want to use this information, maybe you can use it as a jump off point to start a conversation with your veterinarian. So let me jump in here then. So recently, well actually in September of 2021, my dog had a vestibular event, so I made a veterinary appointment to see the vet for that week. Once we saw the vet, her vestibular event was over. She was okay, but I kept the appointment anyway. And while she was there, the vet noticed that she had some mammary lumps. And so there was one really big one close down by her groin. So we made an appointment, or we scheduled surgery for about 2 weeks later to get that out. So once we got results, we realized that she had a high-grade mammary cancer, and so the vet recommended that I see an oncologist. So I scheduled an appointment with an oncologist at MedVet in Akron. They got me in really quickly, and we were planning on doing chemotherapy if that's what we had to do for her. So the only thing is that my dog's cancer was extremely high grade and it was already in the lymph. So there was a lump close to her groin that was really big. That was actually a lymph node that was removed. So she said that it was already in the lymph, it's already spreading. She said that, this is the oncologist what she said. Let me see, she said that it was a mammary gland adenocarcinoma, and if she were to treat it with chemo, she would use carboplatin, which would be $500 a dose, and my dog would she would recommend 5 doses for my dog. And at first I thought, yeah, let's go ahead and get that scheduled. But she said that it will probably only give her about 3 months additional life. So I talked that over with my husband, and we decided not to do that because the doctor said that the cancer would come back and potentially we could do chemo again. But we didn't want to put her through that. So totally an individual family choice. I totally understand if that's something that people want to jump into, and definitely do, but for our family, we just decided not to do that. So I used to be a registered veterinary technician, and I had a little bit of experience with cancer in dogs and cats. But I'm also now an acupuncturist, and I did study Chinese herbs, and I have studied Western herbs as well. So we decided that we are going to go ahead and go the natural route for her. So this is what that video is really about. I wanted to share exactly what I'm doing for her. And let me just also mention really quickly, we got my dog when she was older. She already had arthritis and she already had some glaucoma when we adopted her. So we adopted her from the pound, and they spayed her while she was there. So she was an older dog who was not spayed. If you spay your dog earlier in life, they have a significantly decreased chance of ever having any sort of reproductive cancer. So this potentially could have not happened if she was spayed early. So just want to mention that, get your dog spayed. So what we decided to do, we are doing acupuncture with a holistic vet once a month. He's using a laser to do that. Our appointments are really quick and it's painless, so there's no needles involved. Not that needles are super painful or anything, but that's just what he uses. And I did bring in a bunch of supplements. I had already started her on supplements before we went in and saw him. So let me start with this one. There is a Chinese formula that's by Evergreen. I'm really liking Evergreen right now. The English is called Tongwei 16 Herbs Combination. She's getting 1 capsule twice a day. And when I give her herbs and supplements, I always put them in a pill pocket. It makes it a lot easier to get them down the hatch, so to speak. So this is the one this is the main one that I give her. Again, 1 capsule twice a day. She's about a 40 pound dog, and your vet can help find a proper formula specifically for your dog or cat and that specific type of cancer. Let's see. I found a supplement. There's a YouTube channel by Dr. Sue Cancer Vet. I really like her channel. I really recommend it. And she raves about ApoCaps. So I bought some ApoCaps. My dog gets 3 capsules in the morning and 2 capsules in the evening. Again, in pill pockets. Let's see, what else do I want to show you? She takes mushrooms twice a day. This is the brand. I like Host Defense. I was giving her a different combination of mushrooms a couple months ago, but I ran out and the company that I bought them from didn't have them, so I got this one. So this is the antioxidant and DNA support. I think that's pretty good for, you know, cancer. And then, let's see, I'll show you this EverPup. I got this along with the ApoCaps. She doesn't get this every day. I don't give this to her every day. She gets 1 scoop maybe 2 or 3 times a week in her food. Maybe about once a week, I'll give her a capsule of salmon oil. You don't want to give that too often in big doses, because people who have taken big doses often with salmon oil, they can get retinal bleeding, and you don't want that to happen to yourself or your dog. Sometimes, about maybe once a day or every other day, I'll make a little juice drink for her. Okay, so this is Garden of Life. This is the raw organic perfect food alkalizer and detoxifier juiced green superfood. So she gets about a scoop of that and some water, and she just drinks it. Like, she's a type of dog that goes outside and eats grass, so she really she likes this a lot. She likes it. So what else do I have here? The vet recommended that I give CBD oil 1/2 cc twice a day. I was doing that for a little while there. It's a little bit expensive. This is what I was giving her. It's a little bit expensive. She doesn't really seem painful. I don't know. I didn't really notice any difference with her. If she seems painful, maybe I'll start giving that to her again. But she's doing really well. Like, the oncologist said that she probably has about 6 months, and that was about 8 months ago. I'm like, does that mean that she had 6 months to live, or 6 months till it was in her lungs? Like, I'm not really sure what she meant by that anymore. But whenever you have like a timeline, it's like, it's kind of hard getting closer to that time. So yeah, it's like, there's no limit on like your life. So, but that's just, if they give you a timeline, that's just what they notice, and that's just kind of the average, I guess. So anyway, back to supplements. I give her CoQ10 maybe once a day or every other day. I give her one of those capsules. I don't do this one every single day. I do this maybe every couple days as well. Dandelion root around her lunchtime. She eats 3 times a day, so sometimes I'll give this and this around her lunchtime. And then her food. So I did change her food to Origen, Origen. It's really expensive, you guys. It's like $85 a bag or so, but it's really good food. It doesn't have carbs in it, so it doesn't like feed cancer, so to speak. The oncologist did mention a food. She did not recommend it, but she did mention it just for my information. A brand called Canine Biologics. And I compared the ingredients with Origen, and they seem pretty similar. And there's a lot of, there is some fish oils, and there is turmeric in the food as well. And then I think with Canine Biologics, they'll take your dog's specific weight and they'll weigh out different supplements for your dog, like with turmeric and fish oils and stuff. So it's probably pretty expensive, but I'm sure that it's pretty good too. One thing, let's see, I just wrote down a couple of things. I want to make sure that I get everything in here. Let's see. Okay, so vaccines. Our regular vet is recommending that we only do the rabies vaccine because she has cancer, and just to not worry about the other vaccines. The oncologist did say that if we do chemo, she would hold off on the vaccines until you're done with chemo, because the vaccines and the chemo both affect the immune system. And then if we decided not to do chemo, that it would be okay to do vaccines. But our regular vet who we do vaccines with, they're saying just do rabies. So that's just what we're doing right now. And we are still giving her like heartworm medication and stuff like that. Let me see. I think that's about it. I did write down everything so that I can open up my cupboard where I keep all of these supplements and give them to her as needed. And if I'm not home, if someone else has to give her supplements, they'll know what to do. Oh, one other thing on here. I ran out of EGCG. It's like a green tea extract that's antioxidants. I do give that to her once a day. And then I give her probiotics maybe twice a week as well. And I have a probiotic formula for my daughter who is 4 years old, and I just give her some of those probiotics, and she does well with that. I also, we eat a lot of broccoli in our house, so I do give my dog broccoli whenever we cook it, because that's supposed to help with the health of breast tissue. I don't know that it specifically kills breast cancer, but it helps with that tissue. So that's why we give that to her. If I make juice with our juicer at home, I'll also give her some juice as well, some fresh juice. She really likes that as well. So far she's doing okay. She's an old lady, but she's still going for really long walks. She sleeps a lot. She eats really great. She's gaining weight. She's not coughing, she's not yelping, she's not in pain or anything like that. So as long as she seems okay, this is going to be our route. If anything changes, of course, our holistic vet is going to go over any changes that we need to do with this whole with this whole thing here. So that's what we're doing for now. So thanks for watching this, and I hope this helps, and maybe you can use this as a jumping off conversation point with your veterinarian. Bye bye guys, good luck.